flow.
Come on. I'm ascending in knowledge, got Christ in my conscience. No time for debates with the cult-like mindsets. You see things differently, they say you going off. You gave your strength to a woman, so I say you going soft. I'm God on earth, but please don't praise me. The power's inside, but your mindset lazy. Bullets get to flying and I duck, could've grazed me. I try to give them sauce, even cooked up some gravy. Keep my mouth closed, I know they ain't trying to hear me. Fruits of the spirit, but if I'm mad, you better fear me. Pick me up when I'm down, cause my spirit feeling weary. And I like my Android, we don't wanna talk to Siri. I ain't got all the knowledge, but I know what I know. At times I play dumb, they might think that I'm slow. Yeah, I only gave a piece, how you get the whole loaf? I'm a babe off the milk, on that meat you gon' choke. Pause, set apart from the ones who claim they set apart. Painting pictures on this beat, I guess I'm in the art. You should worry about the mirror and just play your part. Even through the differences, I can see your heart. Everything ain't all good, but I'm still grateful. I gotta stay away from spirits, cause they still hateful. Bro got caught up with some cane, but he still able. How you still believe the lies? I can't hear fables. Bro, why you left them all because of doctrine? That's why I'm into showing love and I ain't talking doctrine. I know I said that line before, cause I'm trying to stop it. All them petty differences, they ain't got no profit. I can only want you once, you can't give me twice. He abused you with the law, I was teaching Christ. Teaching balance and I walk and do the inner work. I'm connected to the source, so why I need a church? I'm never full of pride, I just ain't trying to hear it. Y'all be stuck on the book, but I got the spirit. Meditate on what I know, in his voice I hear it. If my vision ever blurred, I'm asking y'all to clear it. Please clear it for me, Father. If my vision never blurred, I'm asking y'all to clear it. If my vision never blurred, I'm asking y'all to clear it.
Josh Cal Halal.
Nah, full of wisdom. I go out full of wisdom.
Is that your?
That was the one I had before I changed it.
So you removed that? You don't even mess with that no more.
Yeah, well, like I changed my name on all platforms and everything. Like
yeah, I noticed.
Josh Full of Wisdom. Now, don't get me wrong. Like on Apple Music, some of my Josh Kyle still on there because that Apple Music stuff don't change. But now I go by Full of Wisdom.
So when did you do that and why did you do that?
I just felt like I needed a change. Like I started to think different. I started to become different. I started to become more wiser, and it's just like I felt like I was getting certain wisdom, and that's what made me like change my name to Josh Full of Wisdom, because I know that I am full of wisdom, for sure.
Okay.
So yeah,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So in this song, the Ascending Freestyle, is that what you call it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In the song, you said set apart from the ones that say they set apart. What do you mean by that?
It kind of get a little deep, and some people might take it as a shot. It wasn't a shot, but I mean, I gotta speak my truth. I gotta be authentic. So my journey, like I grew up as a Christian. I always had a zeal. You know what I'm saying? The Most High always been with me. But I woke to the knowledge of the Hebrews, the Hebrew Israelites and stuff like that. And I've been on that journey for like 7-8 years now. But it got to a point where like, and this is not to offend nobody, because I got some real solid and genuine brothers and sisters who within like the Hebrew community and whatnot, who genuine, who got love and fruits of the spirit. But from my experience and the experience of people that I know, like that they not really as set apart as they say they are. And the reason why I say I'm set apart from them, because I don't be on what they be on to a certain extent.
So does that mean they're like of the world?
I wouldn't say they other world, but a lot of stuff, it ain't no difference. It's just they dressing different and they putting their brokenness behind scripture. And right. And it's just like, I'm trying to articulate this. Like I've seen things like envy, jealousy, adultery, you know what I'm saying? All the stuff that we supposed to put behind is still there. So I don't want to be affiliated with that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The mindsets, the low frequencies, the low vibration, the cognitive dissonance, you feel me? I know more than you, this, that, and the third. Like I didn't want to be a part of that. And like, I know solid brothers who teach in the camps and who teach congregations, but even though that's not my thing, it was a point of time where I did need that, but it's not my thing. And I just seen the stronghold that certain spirits have on people's minds, like to the point where like they don't even think for themselves anymore. And I ain't trying to be funny, like
I look at a lot of them people as like AI robots. I ain't even gonna cap, like, cause just like it just something ain't right with it. And I know the Most High took me out of that and put me on my own path and my own journey. You know what I'm saying? And he started to. It got to a point in my walk, like I stopped reading. Like, not that I don't believe the word and this stuff like that, but I stopped reading because it's like I'm hearing all these different doctrines, all this, that, and the third. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm experiencing that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop reading, just apply what I know, and just go within inside myself to see. And I actually learned more. I ain't gonna say more. I actually learned a lot by not even reading, by just tapping into my inner man. Because at the end of the day, if you look at the teachings of Christ, Christ said that everything is inside of you. You don't have to look here or look there or look in the sky. Everything is inside of you. It's in the mirror. The scripture also says, greater is he that is in thee. It also says that he that believeth on me, you can do greater works than I. So I'm getting real deep, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know, I got my own doctrines and knowledge and stuff that, you know, that the Most High has revealed unto me, that I really, a lot of stuff I don't really be comfortable revealing, because I've seen what the Hebrew community do to people who look at things differently from them. Like, I done seen people get spiritually stoned to death off of looking at things differently. You know what I'm saying? They'll spiritually stone you to death before they reach out and talk to you, before they reach out and pray for you, before they try to sit down and get to know who you are as a person before they stone you. Those are them same spirits since the beginning. I guarantee you, if Christ was here today, them same people would probably kill him, because they them same spirits from the beginning. They'd have been like, "Hey, that brother going off. He doing some different shit that we don't. No, we don't. You know what I'm saying?" And you got to understand that Christ taught, like, he taught the masses of people certain things that they needed to know. But the ones who was like surrounded by him, who walked with him, he taught them deep, dark secrets, things that the mass probably doesn't know. And, you know, those masses of people, if you start speaking of certain things, they'd be like, "Nah, that brother, he on something different. He going off. He this, that, and the third." You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, this is not to offend nobody, but this is just my experience with the journey that I'm on. And, you know, that's why I said I'm kind of set apart from all that. And this is not to my genuine brothers who rock with me, my genuine brothers and sisters who fuck with me, who actually move and operating out of love and fruit of the spirit. I ain't talking to them. But as a whole, and it's to the point where, like, I see brothers out who be, you know, into who to be the Hebrews and stuff like that, and they damn near don't even want to engage with me just because they probably traumatized by the community. You know what I'm saying? They hold their head down. But I understand, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'm not like them. I'm at the point of my walk. I don't care what nobody believes. I don't care what name you call on, this, down, the third, what doctor you got. If you find a piece of God that help you become a better you, I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? No matter if you're a Christian, a Hebrew, a Muslim, because if you look at it from, I look at things from multiple different perspectives of my own, and I realized I stopped arguing and debating when I realized that everybody got their own reality that they see through their eyes, and sometimes people not really gonna understand you all the time. So yeah, bro, like, whether you're a Hebrew, a Christian, a Muslim, Islam, if you found something that helped you become a better you, I'm proud of you. And honestly, a lot of us really saying some of the same stuff. It just said in different ways, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, I done seen, like, a person say, "Oh, that's evil, that's wicked." But if you go in the book they reading, it's saying some of the same stuff. But just because it's coming out of your book, is not evil. But because somebody else saying it or doing something in a different way that's similar is evil. You know what I'm saying? It's the hypocrisy. It's the cognitive dissonance. It's the simple-minded. You know what I'm saying? They can't think past a certain surface. And you know what I'm saying? I usually never really opened up and spoke about this, but it irks me, bro. It really does. You know what I'm saying? But because I done seen people fall away from the faith because of it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so them bars right there go deep, man. So yeah.
So it seemed like you found value in more so bridging the gap than to separate yourself from everyone just because they don't walk the faith that you walk, or they don't.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
I look at how Paul moved and Christ moved, like, and I'm the type, like, I'm not gonna not fuck with somebody or love somebody or be around somebody just because they have a differences in belief in certain things. I feel like that's petty. Now, if you on some straight up weirdo, super weirdo, crazy shit, then that's different. We all know that. But, like, I ain't petty. Like I don't care. I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm at the point where now I'm just operating out of love and fruit of the spirit, and you would know a tree by its fruits. So That's all I look for. I don't look for nothing else, honestly. I'm
You're
at
just judging by character.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I ain't judging by doctrine. I ain't judging by what book you read, how much knowledge you got, what kind of clothes you wear, when you keep the Sabbath. I don't care about none of that. Like, that's why when people talk to me, I engage, I listen, but some stuff just be going in one ear out the other. Cause bro, I'm ascending past that. I'm past that. I'm Most High got me on a different path. And people got to stop paying attention to other people's path, comparing it, thinking they all supposed to be doing the same thing. The Most High, he'll have somebody on this side of the world doing this. He has somebody on this side of the world doing this. He has somebody doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people, I feel like some people put God in a box and says he's just that. When really he's way more powerful than what we think. He's a mystery. And a wise father of all, just like, for example, you got kids, right? A wise father not going to tell their kids everything. They gonna keep certain stuff from them, but give them what they need. And I feel like that's what he did. Is he gave us what we need, but everybody acting like they got everything.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how that is. So
what is it like moving through a world like this one, where we're constantly up against temptation? There's pitfalls here and there, different traps set for young men, or however you want to frame it. What is it like walking in your faith, having to move through this world, and keeping on your path through it?
Through it, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard. It ain't easy. I'll be alive if I sit here and say I'm moving 100% perfect, but I'm definitely moving this better than what I used to. It's hard, like, especially with social media and the lust, the idolization. Like, I would say, honestly, the way that I keep my mind straight was like this. I done did everything, right? The women, the clubs, the drinking, the partying, all I done did all of that. But then once I started getting into the knowledge of the Most High, like, submitting to Him in the spirit is what helps keep me away from that, because I know that stuff is like not good for me. It's like low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, like, once you realize this world is designed to hold you back spiritually, you start to look at it different, and you start to try your best to, like, move different in certain areas. Like, most men, like, for example, even me, they deal with lust. You know what I'm saying? Those urges. And you see that porn and social media, that's all you see on there. And it's just like, that's not on accident. That's purpose, because it's meant to keep us in the lowest. It's meant to keep us in a low estate. But, like, when you know how powerful it is to fight that stuff off, and how powerful it is to say no to that kind of stuff, it gets sort of kind of easier a little bit.
It almost makes you feel like a new person or a new man.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you conquer those.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, those things.
Okay.
But are you familiar with the term dying to self or death to self?
Dying to self, yeah. Is that sort of like denying yourself?
Or more like being reborn and realizing that your desires are more set up to lead you to damnation than it is to lead you to the pleasures that you think it will lead you to. Like, like you said, lust, or even overeating, or and you sort of have to kill those parts of yourself.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much like in the scripture. It say killing your old man, killing your old self, killing your old desires, killing your old mindsets. Killing certain ways, denying yourself. Like, this is what it means to deny yourself. Man, I want to go hit this chick so bad. I know I ain't supposed to. But you say, nah, I ain't gonna do it. You just denied yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You probably just killed off a part of yourself by just doing that. So, yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
And I think that's something that you probably have gone through many times. Conversations.
Many times.
And I think that's necessary for every man to get to the point where they realize, yes, you have to deny yourself, because the short term gratification is not worth the long-term implications of it.
Mm-hmm. And when a man's biggest desires, and I heard Charleston White say this, is to eat and have sex. We like to eat and have sex, but we got to control that. We got to control those desires. After we eat, we want to have a good sex. We got to be able to control those desires. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy, but it gets easier. But even then, it's something that'll never go away because it's in your nature to want to reproduce. But in the times we live in, you gotta be careful with that. You gotta just be careful. You can't just be out here mixing and dabbling, picking up certain spirits. And man, it's wild out here. It's really scary.
Mm-hmm.
It's really scary. And I'm at the point where like this is scary, so you gotta move different.
You told me a little bit about your journey through through your love life a little bit, and I won't mention anything specific, but I was just curious, how do you use your faith in that world, and how do you what is that like trying to navigate that, knowing the things that you know, and being who you are.
Man, when I tell you, bro, that I feel like women dealing with women made me who I am today. You know, and I'm just gonna be real. Like even before my walk, you know, I was dealing with women, going through heartbreaks, you know, going through pain, going through growth, and it's just like it got to a point where I seen myself repeating certain cycles, and after repeating so many cycles, it got to a point where like, okay, what's wrong with you? So I started looking at myself more. Like even though I was going through heartbreak, going through pain, dealing with this woman, dealing with that woman, and don't get me wrong, I was actually trying to love these women. Like I'm not no type of dude. I ain't no dog or nothing like that. I really go into some shit like thinking it's forever, and then when it don't, you know, I be torn apart about it. But it got to a point where like I felt like the Most High was using that for me to learn about myself. Like I was learning about childhood attachment issues, things that I learned about myself, helped me grow. So women helped me grow to the man I am. You know, and it hurt, don't get me wrong, but I learned that there's always a blessing and a lesson in heartbreak or loss, especially when it comes to like a relationship, because every relationship that I've been through, I done learned something about me, that I can be better, that I can do better, that I can move better. Okay, next time I know not to move like this. And it got to a point where like it's like you can still be a good man and treat women right and it still not work out. You know what I'm saying? Because you still might have issues within yourself, or you might not just be aligned with that person. It might just be an experience for you to grow. So that's kind of like what my love like been like. And I'm at the point where like, you know, do I still want love? Hell yeah, I do. But I'm at the point where now, like, I'm not looking for it. I'm not chasing it. I'm just going to attract it. Because I feel like the type of love I got, the Most High going to have to handpick the woman for me. Because I know the type of love that I carry. And I'm at the point where, like, I'm willing to stay patient as long as I have to get that. Until then, I'm just on my journey, focused on me. You know, yeah, man. It ain't easy, though. But just look for a blessing in it. If you're going through a heartbreak, look for a blessing in it. Look for what you can learn about you. You can say stuff about the other person, but at the end of the day, it really don't matter. You know, you just got to move on and just learn about you, and eventually you're gonna get what you deserve.
Off camera, you mentioned something about the way that stuff sort of weighs on a man's mind, and how it affects their mental health. How do you?
Well, yeah, man. If I'm being honest, like, I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I wanted to take my own life over a relationship before, and this is like back in the day, like when I wasn't as mentally strong as I was now. But if you look at the data and statistics, like heartbreak is like the closest thing to death, and like mental health, and like the suicide rate, it really revolves around that. You know what I'm saying? And like I see brothers crashing out and killing over women and killing themselves and this, that, and the third. And I'm here to tell y'all today, brothers and sisters too, it is not worth it. You're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? You're going to grow from it. Time going to heal and you're going to be better. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're not going to hurt, that you're not going to cry, because you got to feel it to heal it. Don't run from your emotions. You got to feel that shit to heal it. And you know, that's what I learned, and that's how I become mentally strong. And I'm not saying that I'm heartless, but I can't hurt the same no more. I can hurt, I can cry, but I can't hurt the same no more because of the strength that, you know, that I've built off of that. And it's just like, I mean, if I'm being honest, 100% honest, to this day, I still don't 100% understand love except for the love of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that, or the love of your mom. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only love that you know ain't never going nowhere. And my issues, well, I ain't gonna say like my issues, but I used to go in certain things like thinking it's gonna be forever. Then when it don't be forever, like I'd be torn apart about it. But then, like, after time passed by, I look at, I talk to the Most High like, dang, you was really looking out for me. So all the stuff that I've been through in relationships, stuff like that, I'm glad it happened. I am so happy it happened.
Rejection is protection.
It's protection, bro. It's definitely protecting. And then once you realize that sometimes the thing is, the Most High, he don't care about your feelings. He don't care about your feelings. He will hurt your heart, break your heart, take somebody out your life just to protect you from something that might destroy you or something that just may not be for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not every woman that I dealt with. They wasn't no piece of shit ass woman. I've dealt with some great women, but even then, just because a woman good or a woman great, that don't mean she great for you. You know what I'm saying? That hurt too. When a woman good, but dang, y'all ain't for each other. Dang, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. Women helped me become the man I am today. But the thing is, I'm not bitter though. I'm not bitter. I don't hate women. I ain't one of these dudes that's gonna be on these podcasts talking crap about women, because at the end of the day, you everything starts with you, the man. And yeah, bro. That's it, bro. Got to drink to that.
So with that being said, have you been outside lately, or you been inside?
I be outside sometimes. Like, I might be outside tonight, but I choose why. I'm most of the time I'm really in the crib, at the gym, on the game, or working on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like to be outside like that. But every now and then when I feel it's right, I go outside, or I mainly just be trying to go out of town for real. But I mean, outside, bro, it ain't really. It was a point in time, bro, I haven't went outside for months and months, bro, because I don't really have a desire to be in certain places all the time. Every now and then it's good to get out, don't get me wrong, but I literally just don't have a desire to even be out nowhere all the time. It got to be right for me to even step out the crib now.
Well, what you working on? What you got coming as an artist? Are you working towards a project or anything, or you just?
Right now I ain't working on no project. I'm right now I'm just working with what I have. Finna start shooting like content like this. I'm about to start shooting videos to the stuff that I already have out, because I got a lot of nice stuff that's out that I feel like I can build upon and promote more. So that's really all I'm working on. Then like I'm working on going to school right now and like getting like skilled trades and shit like that. So I'm worried about stuff beyond music as well. So yeah, I'm working on a lot though.
All right, well, tell the people something, like one last word you want to give them, if it's something that you think the world need to hear right now.
Man, operate out of love. Stop letting the divided by belief, the divide and conquer tactics, keep you separated from showing your brothers and sisters love. Be authentic to who you are. Don't be a people pleaser. And just be you, because when you're not being yourself, you vibing at a low frequency because you pretending, and you're not being your authentic self, which is vibrating high. So just be you, and you gonna grow. That's all I got right now. Yeah.
Perfect. I was literally about to say take a drink of the wine, but you did it anyway.
I always say yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect. It was about 15, 16 minutes, something like that.
That's dope.